We really aren't doing what we love because of fear. Fear is the only thing that's preventing us from doing what we love. Now, of course, the mind will make up so many excuses, and these are just simply fearful thoughts. They'll raise so much doubt, and this is just another form of fear. That really not doing what you love is a form of suppression. And all suppression is fear. Now, people call this many different things. Doing what excites you the most. Doing something that you are really lit up, fired up about. Following your passion, following your enthusiasm, following your heart. We have many different names for what I'm pointing to. But to bring awareness to this love that you are, that wants to express itself. And it wants to express itself through that activity that you are labeling doing what I love. Whether that be cooking or gardening or sewing or painting, whether it be coaching or teaching, computer programming, whatever it is. You know there's something in you that wants to come out, that wants to be shared, that wants to be expressed. And ignoring that, suppressing it, blocking it, pushing it down, avoiding it, dismissing it, all these different words, but you know what I mean. Any form of that would be fearing that love, suppressing the love. So what is it that fires you up? What is it that makes you feel alive? What is it that wants to be shared? That wants to be expressed? Because whatever that is, you will find that that activity, the one that you are calling doing what you love, actually doesn't exhaust you. It actually energizes you. There's a feeling that this activity, there's just infinite energy just pouring out. It just feels like you're tapping the source and it's just coming through. In that activity, you literally feel infinite. Because love is infinite. It's that love that's being expressed. Whereas these other activities, the low risk, play it safe, playing small, these activities, they seem to drain you. They seem to exhaust you. There's a lot of struggle. Doing what you love is always the easiest. Is it not? It is. Now, this decision to do what you love, the mind will make that decision to be a hard decision. So that decision may not be easy. But the actual activity, the one that you love doing, that activity is easy. It's so natural for you. It's effortless. People look and they go, wow, you're pretty talented. You must have worked so hard. But it's so easy. It's effortless. It almost feels like you can do it in your sleep. It's not to be arrogant. It's not to be cocky. It's just to communicate what I'm pointing to is that it just feels so natural, so effortless. It's just this flow. Because there's zero resistance to love. This love, this aliveness, there's just no resistance. That's why you feel fired up, lit up, enthusiastic, inspired. And any suppression of that for lack of better words, it's kind of like anti-life. It's kind of like a downer. It's suppressing that aliveness. It's suppressing it. Doing what you love, there is a natural flowering of what some people call your God-given gifts. Now, these God-given gifts are to be shared. So it's this expression of love that actually just wants to share these gifts with others, to share these gifts with the world. But there's something also in you that's saying, no, I don't want to share. I don't want to give. I don't want to express. There's something in you that's afraid to express. Now, this full expression is freedom. There's something that's afraid. There's something that's fearing this freedom. Something that wants to keep you caged into doing something you don't love. Just to dream about doing something you love at a later time. Somewhere in the future. But there is no future, and there is no later. There's only now. So when you're doing what you love, you're living without regrets. You're not playing small. There's just a full expression of that freedom that can't be suppressed. It can't be caged. It can't be pushed down. That's what's so alive, that wants to just be free. Which is also why doing what you love is so freeing. That's why these other jobs Sometimes people refer to it as like a wage slave. It's pointing at this sense of imprisonment. Being so confined. It's this limitation. But we create these limits. These limits are those fearful thoughts. This isn't going to work out. I can't do this. Can't make money doing this. Doing what I love can't be my living. Make a living doing what you love. And what I'm saying is, you are only living when you do what you love. Because if you're not doing what you love, it's like you're not alive. There's this love in you that wants to be expressed, that wants to be shared. That love is life. That's what wants to be expressed. That's what's so alive. That's what's infinite. But these thoughts that try and suppress, these anti-life thoughts, this is what's limiting that life. But life has no limits. And this is what feels good. Doing what you love feels good. There's so much joy that's being shared. So much happiness that's being shared in that activity. That activity is just a means to share the love that you are feeling, to share the happiness that you are feeling. That activity is just, it's an expression of the freedom, the happiness, the love, the fullness. It's from that fullness that you are expressing. And if you're ignoring that, if you're suppressing it, there's always going to feel like there's a part of you inside. There's something in you that's dying. It's just not going to feel alive. You are going to be feeling like something's missing. Something's lacking. And it's that fear of being fully alive. That's what feels so enlivening. This vitality that just wants to be shared, wants to outpour, wants to express, wants to give, wants to create. It's life itself. So what are you suppressing? What are you afraid of? Why aren't you doing what you love? Hopefully this helps. See you in the next one.